We're here, we're alive, we're awake. I'm in a weird mood. Once again, 5 a.m. start, roughly. Still getting used to it. But because I got up so early, you should subscribe if you're watching this later on the YouTube. Support people who are weirdos who get up too early in the morning. They need the encouragement. Badly. Okay. Okay, what the hell? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay then, we are. Hello, no life G's. Hello, Orange. Hello, 19LG99. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, Plutono Hub. We must put this over here. Pin that in chat. That's important. Oh gods, I just remembered. Oh jeez. I just remembered the thing I should have done. Oh well. Oh yeah, you're from the future where it's morning already. Yeah, it is currently. It's about 8 a.m. for me, and for no one else in the world, I think. Did I pin that? I did not pin that. Uh-oh. Okay then, there was that. There's one more thing to do. No, there wasn't. Hello, Marcel. All right, so our stream to-do list. I didn't check if there was any new submission, so I need to do that quickly. There's not much spots left. There is not much spots left. Most recent. Okay, so we have that. Our Amphitaswa. All Amphitaswa slots are filled, so yep, no. Wouldn't need to do that, we just need to check for updates. So, whoa. And Cave. Ooh. Oh, interesting. The Fibrillator, Piss Edition. We can have a look at that at the very least. And Stone Light. And that's it. Alright. Alright, yeah, like, I understand. Alright, so I forgot what the Fibrillator is. The Fibrillator is one of them things. Hello, driver. Hello, hello. Okay. Right, so let's have a look at this. And we're gonna go here, look at 50mm defibrillator. Not defibrillator. Fibrillator. Alright, notes, tell me how to spell that. Nope, you were wrong. Wrong, I say. Right, so let's just go download that, and I believe I need to go download a thingy from Discord. Because someone's been busy. I do like how Orange went and decorated the Solar Republic LiDAR station, which I guess is the name now, and sent the radiating randos to a farm upstate. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right, so we're gonna go there. We're gonna go here. We're gonna put this where it should be. Okay, just have it. Enjoy the menu. Enjoy the menu. Okay, here, over here. That was definitely a sentence. Okay, so we done did that. Now let's go to content. Are we content with our content? Never. Oh, I didn't subscribe to it. That probably would help. There we go. Fibrillator Piss Edition. How classy! Martin Cedarpants has a lot to answer for. There's been entirely too much piss. Okay, the fibrillator changes, I believe, we're switching the shells to make better use of the belt-fed loaders. Okay. Previously, it was using high gauge. Knife Gun has been making a list of ways that fares God looks good at their efficiency proof. That was one of them. Dory, they're having fun with all their carburetor-only engine friends. Sure. Sure, you're building a tiny boat? Excellent. In case anyone is wondering why a driver's making a tiny boat, in the Patreon Discord, we're now doing monthly building events, / competitions, / whatever. It's very informal. It's just like, I guess I give a prompt and people build if they feel like it. Today is tiny boats. I mean, this month is tiny boats. Wait a minute. Well, did I announce that on the right date? Close enough. November, tiny boats. We need to go over here. We need to go over here. There. And let us see the new LiDAR station. The new and improved LiDAR station. Seems like a good reason to sign up for the Patreon. Yes! Roughly $1 a month, US. And you too can have extra From the Depths homework. Once a month. Alright, what are we doing? We are doing this. Alright, let's look at the LiDAR station first. Oh, that looks very nice. Once again, Orange has cooked. I knew trusting them with the deco was a good idea. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh. See, this would have taken me the full, like, 2 hours plus a bit extra, probably. So, yeah, this is bloody gorgeous. Look at this. And there's laser bits over here. Jolly good, jolly good. Man. Perfect. We like it. Very nice indeed. Let's have it shoot too many, what do we call it? Let's have it shoot too many Sitkas, because that's funny. Yay! It's just LiDAR, honestly. It's just LiDAR, no one panic. It's also interesting that, like, just the way this thing's shaped, at the very least, like, self-guided missiles don't tend to hit the main laser turret. Which is very convenient. For it. Yay, there's also... I gotta say, I think lasers are, like, might end up being my favorite weapons, because they're hit scan and they set things on fire. Whee! Also, it's very easy to make them offensive and defensive. It's very offensive to shine such a bright light on things. BRB can confirm. Well, I am absolutely 100% satisfied. Orange, I can think of, like, literally no complaints here. None whatsoever. I keep... that thing there is good, and I like it. Whee! And I'm looking forward to this thing being a middle finger to my spamming of small, fast planes. Also, I'm really starting to get sold on the whole, like, you know... I'm actually wondering if I... How many is this? If I throw... Nah, I won't. I'll save that for later. But yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's put that where it lives. Let's do... Oh, hold on. Did anybody remember to do this? Nope. No, they did not. And let's do that as well. Save over here. And now we put this to where it lives. And so I'll update it over here. And I need to put something in the change log because that's important. Okay then. Alright. I've just saved this, so I'm gonna go... Orange World, hello, the T-Lad. Welcome to the chat. Is good, probably spent the most time decking into the chat. It's bloody good, Orange, well done. Lasers is one of the relatively few dual-purpose offense and sea weapons. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna go chuck this into updated blueprints, assuming no one else has done that already. Okay then, so let's do that. Alright, let's just go over here. Where is it? I literally just put it here. So laser. So laser fortress. We done. Go on. And Plutono change log. Where's the Plutono change log? Today, for me at least, is the 31st of the 10th. You know what? I should let everyone just kind of look at this like this. Like, you know, while I'm doing data entry, that thing I swore I'd never do. Craft added. Craft added. So Wall Republic Fortress LiDAR station. And that's definitely all it is. It definitely... Listen, like what you just saw was a Glakave propaganda. This thing definitely isn't a death laser, like... disguised as, like, you know, a terrain mapping device. Nope, definitely not. Who told you that? They're crazy. They're crazy. Alright, and this is gonna go over here, and I'm gonna add this to the change log over here. You know what I should do? Just for the sake of fun and games, we should spawn in more Sitkas, because it's funny. So many Sitkas. Spawn in 5 Sitkas. What happens if we spawn in 5 Sitkas? That happens. You know, I could do this after stream, but I don't want to. I want to do it now, so I don't forget. Also, I'm rushing away after stream, so there's that. Okay, craft added, like so. This won't take but a jiffy. Yep. 31, so whoa. Republic Fortress LiDAR station. Was that correct? It was. Saved. Save again, just in case. Hooray! We did it! Lasers are especially since Lamb's unique and able to hit APS shells, plus having better redundancy than other weapons because they're not reliant on a single firing piece. Hey, by the way, Bordeaux, I'm interested on building for the season eventually. Any recommendation on what I should do? Find the spreadsheet. We have one. It's very good. It's this one. So if you go to the Plutono hub, you will find a link to the craft sheet, and whenever you see a blank spot on it, there are not that many left. Mostly, where are they? I think, wow, like the Stone Light Presence needs a few things. Someone is working on the Swell Republic house. Glakave Dominion needs the odd tank or some kind. Yeah, so basically find the spreadsheet, find a spot. If you want to reserve a spot because you're like confident you can fill it and fill it good, do let me know. I will hold it for you. Just gonna allow Azusa's wife obsession. Consider vehicle and manslaughter. Think it's all Glakava and Stonelight? Yeah, Egad, I'm arrived. Yes, very here. Welcome, random top hat. Glakava has a couple of godly ground vehicle slots. Sounds like wife-type weaponry. Oh, I know this spreadsheet. I'm just thinking of which one I should do. Well, it depends on what you're feeling confident doing and what you... Yeah, just go with the one that you are most comfortable doing, I would say. Because, yeah, it'll just be a good idea. Which one appeals to you? Godly drone slots too? Are there godly drone slots for Glakave? Nope, there aren't. There are not godly drone... Actually, wait, no, there is one. There is one godly drone slot? Why is my spreadsheet so hard to read? Okay, then. Twitch blocked that message because the notion of not being single is offensive to the average Twitch viewer. I mean, sounds like wife material, I don't know. In context, that could be bad. But it's you, Azusa, so I know it's not bad. Okay, then. We should look at the next thing. Which is the updated, which is the... Alright, let's look at the thing. Alright, let's go over here. So, first thing, let's do... I remember the defibrillator. I do indeed. Yeah, this thing is interesting. Right, I'm not sure it'll be... Right, let's just go check the defibrillator and see where it actually is. I believe the defibrillator... Doing that, where is the defibrillator? The defibrillator is... Why am I doing this the hard way? Oh yeah, it is a godly, so... And since we need to up the godliness, yeah, so let's see what this is. This is... That is fast-firing bullets. What is it? Alright, so the minimum accuracy is not set on that, which is not great. Who did this? WDPS. What is that non-Euclidean craft I'm looking at? This one? This is the defibrillator. It is a Glakave... It's a hydrofoil, I guess. A hover thingy. That is a lot of props. My god. No wonder this thing's so expensive. And the old one spammed Hesh in the classic edition. Alright, so I'm just gonna throw this against itself. And bearing in mind that all Glakave craft need to be amphibious, we're gonna be really mean and spawn these things near a coastline. Let's hang out near this coastline. So let's go... Yep, let's go here, and we're gonna spawn in to the south here, to the south, to the south, to the south. Right, Piss Edition, Stonelight. Beltfare just means it reloads very fast. Okay then. Evil-wise. That sounds expensive to do. Made a 6,300 RPM gun once. Like, isn't that physically impossible? I mean, technically you can do it, but it's like, it's capped at 2,400 rounds per minute. Right, where is the old defibrillator? Where is the old defibrillator? I believe hovercraft. There we go. Right, so this is the old defibrillator versus the new one. Let's see if Piss beats the other thing. That is indeed Piss. I'm seeing block confetti. Right, and just to double check, that is Hesh. And the tiny stuff is... Alright, that is a disruptor shell. But I also see... Oh, 50 mil... If that's 50 millimeter Hesh, that's not going to do anything. Although, it looks like it is doing something. I think mainly the fact that the shells are faster is probably going to really help the updated defibrillator. If you slow this game down, it's not capped. You can mess with configs to make it happen. The piss stream. For once, I'm not the insane one. Not as bad as it seems as at first glance. Alright. Okay, so that's 98%. Yeah, okay, so the new one is definitely doing better. If only because it's missing less. Weirdly enough, this thing is actually quite well armored against itself. Just because of, like, that spaced armor that it has like that. It's a cool design. And at long range, the faster shells are going to hit a lot better. Yep, that is an issue. Ah yes, slow APS shells. They're like crams, except they do less damage. I do kind of like how this is like the old school Disruptor Hesh combo. It's a thing that's easy to forget about. If you're not careful. Oh, one of the barrels is damaged. You can tell because the stream is weak. Interesting. I need to get back on the... What's it not guide? Urine. Piss laser, but his kidney stones. Can I update some of the quantity? Oh, is Orange... Okay, probably can't cancel the rest of the stream, so see ya. Okay, see you, Orange. Orange was around for the important bit, which is for me to look at the thing that Orange made. I think a middle ground between these two would actually be pretty good, honestly. Because the 50mm is too much, but like, I forget what the gauge on that is. But the other one, its shells are too slow. So that is an issue. I mean, you could make it like 50mm sabot and just make this a sandblaster, and that would do the trick. That right there. Byron. Hello, the Sir of God. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Which one of these fibrillators is winning the most? The new one is winning the most. The one that is yellow. I just realized that the defibrillator piss version is yellow in stone-like color. So that was a happy accident. A messy accident, but a happy one. Okay then. Right, I'm probably not going to let this little combat testy thing go the distance. Bloody hell, have some bullets. Whee! This thing is damn tough with all the heavy armor it has on it. How much materials is it burning? A lot. It's burning a lot. Hello. Also, these are like 2 million gold. Do they feel like 2 million? I think a lot of that is just heavy armor. I think this thing's just very tanky. So how fast is this? Kind of slow for something with custom jets on it. I actually quite like having a nice, relaxing slugfest. between two silly things. It's very silly. Although, now think about it, the one with bigger shells actually has a... the EMP is actually doing something. Looking for the Maelstrom test. Yeah. Still, why does it kind of look like a it kind of does now that you mention it. A turtle with a weird tail. Oh no. Uh-oh. An entire thing fell off. And that's bad. None of these things have run aground yet, and that makes me sad. See, it feels evenly matched, even though the OG one is like falling behind health-wise. Never mind. Its guns got disabled at some point. Alright, let's see if you ever fire back again. Turtle. Is this thing turtly enough for the Turtle Club? How much armor does it have in here? Bloody hell, have some heavy armor. Oh, that's cool. This thing actually saves on material by not having, like, a lower hull. I keep thinking about doing that and then not doing it. Just kind of having, you have an inner citadel, and then you have the hull around it, but no bottom of the hull because there's, I don't know, there's not much point. Because From the Depths is not like real life. Pardon my sleepiness. I'm a sleepy bear today, apparently. Ah yes, ducts. This would not be a Plutono build without Ductmageddon. Alright, I'm gonna let this go till one of them stops firing, one of them stops moving, or when one of them dips below 80% health. Inner Poopadell. I make it out of wood. Can't stay too much longer, I've got a mod to work on. That's okay, random dot hat. So, how's everyone's day going? My day's going alright. I've eaten too many buns. Cheap, nasty buns, which I put Marmite and margarine on. A good breakfast. An excellent breakfast. A breakfast of champions, if you will. I think this is one of those things, one of those craft that, it really heavily invests in the whole armor thing. Wow, yeah, the armor is 50% even with so much of it being blown off. I am less sick. Excellent! Here's to a speedy recovery. My day has been quick. I woke up way too late of a time. Oh dear. 1 million materials of armor. That is a lot. I've been sitting here trying to figure out 2 tall laser tetras to make a laser tank at the volume cap. Not working well, doesn't do enough damage. Have you tried destabilizers and a lot of pumps and a 1Q laser? Because I tend to find that when in doubt, tiny laser 1Q works best. I just realized that, maybe I shouldn't be giving out helpful laser tips. I struggle with lasers, even though I've just made a somewhat okay laser fortress. Alright, how are you doing? How you doing? It's not my first laser. Yeah. Okay, well, that was the first thing that popped in mind. Small lasers are really hard to make good. Yeah, tiny laser tank. How do? This thing also, this thing probably needs a fair amount of optimization. Of optimization. Okay, any second now. Any second now. Something's gonna happen. Something dramatic. I think part of the problem is that this thing is actually kind of really well defended against hash, despite being made mostly out of heavy armor. Because it's just got this huge armor gappy thing. Vol cap for ashes? Yeah. Ye gods, the ashes volume cap. Oh yeah, I still need to do that rebuild of an old tank of mine. Because Ralston would probably like that. Okay, I'm officially deciding that this thing isn't different enough. I do think the defibrillator needs work, but I don't know. I think the piss version is like, I don't know, that stream feels unsatisfying. What do we throw it against? Let's throw it against the Seismotron, just because that's funny. Admittedly, probably not the latest version of the Seismotron, but... Hello, Robot Stella! Welcome, welcome! Counters itself, yeah. I mean, I will say Destabilize are kind of inefficient since one output regulator adds like 10% drain, if I understand it right. Yeah. Yeah, I do tend to find that, I have had some luck with destabilizers. But yeah, I don't know. I need to actually double-check my math on that. Let's go Amphitasma Alliance colors, because that looks good on everything. Wait, this is the piss version. Yes, it is. This is the piss edition. Look, it's damn it, everything looks good in Amphitasma colors. Everything! I do recall that the defibrillator survives getting nuked rather well. Uh-oh. I think some of these barrels have already been kind of, destronked. It does also have a habit of flanking stuff pretty well, so that's nice. Who's winning? Currently, still the Seismotron. Oh yeah, I remember that. I made notes on the defibrillator about this. Whee! I think it's doing better than the original one against the Cybertron. Laser drains are 10%, but default same as with the radar. D-stabs are... It went from chunky hits to crit-seeking spam. Just good colors. Regulator just makes so the drain rate is constant instead of scaling with current energy level. Pretty sure that's just the Cybertron going too close. Yeah, it did kind of go too close, didn't it? Alright, who's winning? Currently, the other one. Let's see what happens to the Vespa, though. We're riding on the nuclear weapon, because that's very fun. We are touring the piss laser. Wait, did this thing get tickled by something? It did! Wait, there's a tiny 1Q laser on this. Whee! Oh no! The CJE's got slightly damaged. Wow, this thing's actually winning. Yeah, this is kind of unsatisfying and probably quite annoying to fight, honestly. I do think, like, a compromise between, like, the full-blown piss river and, like, the chunky hash shells would be the best option here. Seems to have trouble recalculating its aim. I believe the siphon has been updated. Not sure if it still has the problem of insufficient reverse thrust or not. I'm gonna leave a fun comment here. Halfway between the would be good. Alright, I left a helpful comment. Alright then. Right, we have inspected the pass. Right, so we've done that, and we've done that, and Azusa will decorate the Hawa HQ in her sweet own time. I'm so stale right now. Me too. Can you switch one of them to slow? Yeah. Just like you could have like this thing actually has a lot of. Hold on. If we do this, if we just have a look-see, also does need to like fix the minimum accuracy of the guns. If you have a look at this, it has 5 of them, so you can really have a delightful party mix of shells in there. What Tetris is this using? There we go. Yeah, it's belt-fed. So it's belt-fed Tetris. Okay then, we should build a thing. Because that is all the craft I needed to look at for the moment. Right, so what we did before, and yep, so, wait, no, we can, I need to fill out the spreadsheet. Duh! LiDAR station. Yay! Hooray, 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 hooray. Okay, so, we were just waiting on a house. Someone was building that. I forget who was doing that. Did I accidentally get into one of Martin Cedarpants' streams? I wish. I don't know. Actually, do I wish? I don't know. I don't believe in wishes. I think this version was just a quick fix because the builder didn't previously know that high gauge and belt fed is bad. We talked about it in Discord last night. No, Martin Cedarpants has just invited himself into all of us. Which faction is suited most for melee? Probably Glakave, honestly. Well, Glakave and Stonelight. None in particular. Stonelight present, did some housing. Alright, cheers, driver. Maybe you wish you had his viewer numbers. Yeah. Yeah, understandable. I mean, maybe not quite his viewer numbers. It would be very, I don't know. What's the word for it? Disruptive? If I suddenly overnight had, like, Mart's viewer numbers, I would probably just panic and die. Especially if it was live on stream. I would have a panicky attack. Alright, so dare we make a godly tank again? Dare we attempt a godly tank? Wasn't somebody trying to build one of that, though? Wouldn't be able to chat like we can have... Yeah, that is one thing. On the one hand, more viewers on stream would be really nice. Because, A, more people entertained, hopefully made happy, more ad revenue, etc., etc. But also, you can't, like, pick out individual people and say hello as easily. So, there's a problem. I was. Alright, so... Wait, so Marcel, you were working on the godly tank. Should I reserve that spot for you then? Just so I don't forget that, like, you were doing it. I don't know how Boris, do you believe you learned something from the Tonki? I think, yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, what I was trying with what ended up being the Titanoboa, that was a tank destroyer. So maybe, just maybe, I would have learned my lesson. Like, you just drown. Yep. I would just too many viewers. Okay, then. So there's the AFV, and who knows what that actually means. Yes, if possible. Okay. All right. So I don't know why I didn't do this before. All right. So let's do Voss reserved for Marcel. Marcel, and we know who Marcel is. Tournament. There are easy and medium slots for Stonelight Birds. Ooh, could be fun, true. Damn, how dare YouTube not inform me that the Amphi vid came out an hour before the stream. Oh yeah, I forgot to inform people. So the Amphitasma faction overview, or at the very least a brief one, came out, like, unfortunately, no one was kind enough to write the script for me this time. So it is a lot shorter, about half the length of the Hawa Confederation one. But I think it still ticks the boxes. Like, Amphitasma Alliance is just, it's amphibious tanks, it's CNC themed, and you're gonna need to fly or be amphibious yourself if you want to hang out in their neighborhood. That sums it up pretty well. Was anyone working on the AFV? I don't think so. Shall we make bird? Shall we make bird? There's also... yeah, there's like fortresses that Kakave kind of needs. And yeah, there is an easy and medium slot for their birdiness. Influence has so much negative connotation now. Yeah. I'd love to be an influencer content creator, but I wouldn't want to have more than 30-ish viewers because of the limit of interaction possible. It wouldn't be enjoyable with more than that. Yeah, I mean, not gonna lie, when you first start out, that is pretty much what you're gonna get. Wait, there are CC overviews now? I mean, yeah, I've only done, like, CC faction overviews, and I'm personally doing them. Yeah. So, it was actually back in March of this year, which is amazing, because I thought it was longer ago than that I did the Hawa Confederation one. It was good. Wasn't expecting the Titanoboa and the King Crab to make out live on video. Spoilers! The Titanoboa does a weird habit of randomly deciding to ram things. No idea why. Recent stuff. Yeah. The Titanoboa is a big hungry snake and it wants things to get in its belly. Okay then. Right, shall we make a tiny bird? Shall we make tiny bird? There's also a godly drone squadron thing, which I'm not sure what should we do here. Was anyone working on the AFE? I do kind of want to make... how do you make a godly AFV? I think without it just spawning nukes non-stop. Also, I'm done with the little boat. Yay! Tag me! Otherwise, it has to make it look like bird melee craft. Can I reserve a spot for it? It might be godly. Okay, let's see here. Looks like bird. Looks like bird. Looks like... oh yeah! Alright. The T-Lad. Alright, we can reserve a slot for you. Might be godly. So, let's go there. Cool. I like that. Reserved. Like, can you chuck it on the workshop? I could look at the stream, if you want. Oh, wait, you decided. I read that wrong. Reserved for... the... T-Lad. For the T-Lad. Wait, I'd love to make a drill nuke spamming AF view. Ooh. Are you volunteering, New Surreal? Tagged. Nice. I see the tag. I will look at it. We could look at the stream if we really wanted to. Yay. Are we allowed drill nukes outside of Stonelight? Good question. Let's go check my own damn rules about that, shall we? Let's go check my own damn rules. This is very much a From the Depths custom campaign because we just got a spreadsheet up here. Let's actually... commodity, we need you to be distracting. Immediately. Where are you? Alright, this version of Plutono is a bit scuffed because the commodity is in the hard section for some reason. Right, we need commodity on commodity violence for the sake of entertainment. Go forth! Go forth, little dudes! What was I doing? Right, I was looking at my own rules. Do I know what the drill nukes might need to do? A new thing, thing. Drill. Drill nukes I think, yeah, that's a good point. I think maybe Starlight Presence is the only one allowed to use drill nukes. Yeah, we should probably make that a rule. I kind of had that in my head, but didn't write it down. Maybe, okay, can't reach the top speed enough in combat because of how the engine's are. Oh, okay. Or maybe not. If no drill, then probably just plain nuke spam, rapid fire nuke launcher. How much lore will need to be written for Platono? I've written a lot of the lore already, and I'm game to write lore for, like, individual, like, craft, which don't have them already. Should have put the commodity in Godly. I do recall that being a discussion at some point. The game auto-assigning difficulty levels is hilarious, then yeah. Okay, so I'm making an executive decision that only Stone Knight should be allowed to have drill nukes. So I will be doing that. Only faction allowed to use drill nukes. We might need to remove the repair bots as well. Okay, gonna copy that. Gonna put that in the Discord. Rule change. Rule change. Right, I will do that in a second. Did I delete the thing? No, I didn't. So let's just do that quickly. Curses, we need to spawn in more commodities. More as a kill. Interesting. This is an admin stream, apparently. Rule change. Let's see here. Right. And I don't think that's gonna screw too many people over. Let's go here. Oh, 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 oh. Thank goodness for copy-paste. What would we do without it? Oh no! We need to look at a different commodity. This one, in fact. There you are! Basically, this is data entry, but just, like, trying to keep people entertained while you do it. Which is, okay then. And let's go here. Let's copy here. Alright, so we're gonna make Starlight Presence properly horrifying. There we go. Right, I don't believe there were any drill nukes. I would have remembered if there were, probably. Alright, we have done the rule change. We've done it. Who's sad in chat? I saw that emoji. Feel like repair bots like a lower bound shouldn't be annoying at all. We need more delicious violence, just making them slightly more durable. The SP boss craft will be very cheesy. Uh-oh. My philosophy is to always be one root vehicle that can't repair. Yep. Wait, 50k repair bots. And they're allowed to do a lot of the cheesy kind of things. Still not get repair bots. We might double back on that if they turn out to be too much. Nanomission Sun. Yeah. Repairs your boat in one tick. Suborder shields, main craft carrying the real bigger craft, ignoring mass and stuff. Like I said, repair bots can easily be removed later, so it's not a big deal. Oh, you'll hate what I'm doing now. Just checking here. The boss craft for Stone Knight. Yeah, the boss flying temple. Yeah, Random Top Hat is working on that. Confirmed. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, like, hold on, let me scroll through chat a bit. Alright, so I'm just going to pepper commodities all over the place out of sheer boredom. And we're surrounded by commodities. Oh no! What do they look like in Stone Knight colors? Look how goofy this looks. Oh dear. Alright, Whoops. Hold on a second. Wait, I'd love to make a drill nuke spamming AFV. Alright, new surreal. Shall I reserve that godly AFV slot for you? Problem with connection, needed to repair. What? 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 The commodity does like to pop a wheelie, don't it? Okay then, I've seen a craft repair an entire pack turret because it spans repair bots. I think it's possible. Playing with 6 years with Sunland, there was absolutely nothing that could penetrate it. Lol. Well then. Oh yeah, sure. Okay, let us reserve a spot for ya. Let us censor this horrible violence. Do let me know if you don't get around to doing that, because it would be bad if you did. I don't know what or if there is a time limit. Sooner rather than later is the time limit. I never like to put pressure on people, but please don't sit on a reserved spot for like if you don't have an idea in mind, and I'm assuming you do, because you said it. I'm actually gonna be because I'm currently rebuilding the entire resistor. Okay then. Alright, well, I'm gonna reserve this slot for you, just so I remember not to build for it, if nothing else. For new surreal. There we go. I do, okay. Hey, Bober, I see we're playing a Paradox game. Hello, Neko Boy Blue! Ah, yes, we are, aren't we? Right, gonna shout out Neko Boy Blue. If you don't know Neko Boy Blue, they stream stuff. It's very good. Neko Boy Blue. Unless someone... John, do you want to try shouting out again, actually? He's in it took like 4 to 6 months to finish building the hard AA Walker. I think you'll be fine. Oh, yeah, true. Thank you, Neko Boy. Neko Boy. I'm all ready to... I would stream stuff if my internet upload would behave. Oh, yeah, true. I can shout out command shows without issue. I mean, screw it. I want to say, actually, John McFist was having trouble shouting people out, so this is a great opportunity to trouble test. Yay! Somebody shouted out. I don't actually know who did it. So, alright, well done, driver. I wanted to see if John could still do it. But maybe John was on mobile, so... You are most welcome, Neko Boy. To fill you in on what the hell's happening, I was mostly doing the very exciting gameplay of messing around with a spreadsheet and checking who's doing what and updating the Plutono changelog, because we have a website for this custom campaign made by the wonderful Tactical Spaghetti, and yeah, we have a changelog. Hello? That apparently is not updating. Curses. Hang on a second. Alright, it updates slowly, but eventually. Anyway. Time to make a funny bird. Why does that ship look like a banana? Convergent evolution. It evolved to be eaten by monkeys. It could be full of bananas, actually. It is a cargo ship. It's commodity. There should be a /wife command. What would that command do, though, is the question. Alright, enough of this silliness. Enough of this mucking around. I'm going to make a tiny, pathetic plane. Alright, so, in case anyone's wondering what we're going to be building now, we're an hour into the stream or so, and we've only just now getting around to building. We're so good at this. I'm so good at this. Alright, so Dark Phoenix is our current one easy bird. So we're going to make another easy bird. And I think I made... I think, the Aethon? The Aethon? I don't know how to pronounce that. I think the medium one I made. Hold on, let's double check that. So let's go here. Let's go Stormlight Presence, Planes. Yeah, I think that was me. So the Dark Phoenix. This is our current easy bird. And the Aethon. That's the medium bird, made by me. Time to make an easy bird. Instantly kicks everyone who doesn't have a wife, almost everyone here. Sent to the Borderwise Dimension. Hello, son of a bonin. Welcome, welcome. Why does every name have numbers? Alright, so the naming scheme for the Stonelight Presence is basically in Leet speak, so you'd pronounce Basilisk, Urseus, I don't know how to say that. Twin... What is this? I've forgotten what this is. Oh, this is the, Twin Eagle. Ah, yes. Wow, that smoke's glitching out. So yeah, I'm not sure if the Leet speak should stay, because it makes it really hard to spell things. Also, it just occurred to me, I should change that. I'll do that some other time. Also, we get to have fun things, with this. I am quite proud of the, Aethon. Honestly, it's just a bird sticking its tongue out. Alright, but we need an easy one, and all, restrictions on Stonelight Craft have been You stupid bastards! Oh, boy. Alright, so since all material and weapon restrictions have been removed, we can just make something, stick some missiles on it, and call it a day. Let's make a hummingbird with missiles on it. Make it so it doesn't stay, just force all caps. Burb, double burb. Oh yeah, no hubbies? No hubbies. SP's menu scheme. Alright, I've got to head out. Okay, see you random top hat. I've got a mod to build. Nice. More of a plane than a bird. See you, top hat? Yes, indeed. Alright, so now let us get to building. I'm going to make this thing out of alloy. What's a nice, easy plane? So we're gonna go super easy. We're gonna do... What are we gonna do? We're gonna do this. And... Gonna do target prior. We're probably just gonna duct tape some missiles on this. I'm gonna make it very small and very annoying. Gonna do that too, because I can. Wireless transmitter. Inter-vehicle transmitter. This might be a short stream if I can... Well, you know what? If I do this quickly, you know what I'll do then. So you know what I'll do for extra cunningness. I will do this. And we are literally just going to stick the ammo boxes like right next to the AI. So that when this thing explodes, it explodes wonderfully. Because that is what smart people do. Smart people, I say! The smartest of people do that. Right, 4 cells in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And I will not apologize for my pole use. I use my pole in tremendously exciting ways. Did you know? Right, gonna park that there for now. And we need some kind of CJE. I think actually the CJE I will put here. But I will preemptively... So there's that. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be bright blue so I know where it is. No. Easiest plane is the inclined plane. Maybe I'll learn to love poles. It's okay, you don't have to love poles. Poles are great when you just... One of the reasons I like using poles for aircraft is because if you don't want to put a beam and then a beam slope, the pole is just kind of, this'll frickin' do. This'll be acceptable, kind of. Right, and we're going to have a teeny tiny little custom jet. Teeny tiny. Teeny tiny, itsy bitsy, teeny weeny polka dot bikini! Can you believe it? The amount of bikini this has. You probably can't. Compressor, and then just generator. And combustor. And exhaust goes there. And that's where the missiles will go. And then I will do this. I might be over-armoring this thing now, I think about it, but meh. Meh. Now, what kind of missiles do I want? What kind of missiles do I want? For this gloriously easy bird. How much ammo do we have? Not much. I'm gonna chuck some mediums on this and call it a day. I'm gonna call it a day, I'm gonna call it a day. We're gonna have a fat bird. Gonna have a fat bird. Ooh, what is a mythological bird that's kind of fat, slow, and delicious? According to the song, it's a very small amount at the beginning. Looks like my internet upload is stabilized some head up, but glad I could catch you during Paradox and playing time. Glad you could rock on by, Necoboy Blue. Remember, people, give Necoboy a follow. They do good stuff. And Necoboy does an alarmingly good cat meow, so stick around for that. Try a visit Poland? What? I'm fat, slow, and according to my wife, I am delicious. Nice. Alright, so we're going to have missile. Like so. And you know what I'm gonna do that's gonna be hilarious? Is these are gonna be all-in-one missiles? Oh, we can have some more of them. Perfect. So activate our seeker, fin, and way back there we're gonna have an APN and signal processor, and it's gonna be mostly alright, so 2 explosive. Actually, it's gonna be frag, because I'm sticking with explosive, EMP, and lots of reinforced bodies just to be annoying. And right, start delay is 1. Guidance activation delay is 0. And what's our thrust duration? Hello? Thrust duration is 3.9 seconds, which means we need a lot more fuel! Fuel! Fuel for the fire. This is gonna be a goofy as hell missile, I do have to say. Save over there. First the poles, now the fins. Chat, you are funny. I'm glad I get to build with you. Alright, I am going to set up these missiles, like so. Did I? Yes, I did. I'm a genius. Wait, no, I forgot the important thing. I forgot the important thing. It's gonna be stupid, but that's okay. This is an easy design. I love building, like, easy designs. I think they're more fun. They're honestly more fun. Sticky flare, and we're gonna make these incendiary just because. And now we need to do this. Okay, cool. This is so far our plane. This is going to be fat, slow, and stupid. Also, we're probably going to need to stick breadboard somewhere. Nice blue breadboard. There we go. There we go. Fat bird. Alright, work in progress. ESP easy bird. Okay then, it is time for the ad break. The scheduled ad break. My god. Right, so now, what are we gonna do? We need to spawn in something funny. Let's just spawn a bunch of seedlings, against each other, so let's go over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. I forgot what the seedling even is, so this is gonna be funny. This is the seedling. Oh, this thing's adorable. Oh, these things are cute. Oh, gods, there's already such violence. Such violence! Anyway, I'll be back very soon. Whee! Alright, no. Face turns off. Turn off face. Whee! I wish there was kind of just a cinematic camera you could turn on. But, there we go. Back soon! Ah yes, the most exciting screen in the world! Alright, we're back. I need to turn my face back on. There we go. Right, seedlings are literally just a gun. Hiding in a bush. What's happening? They're movement but no life. We like silly. Yay. Also, I forget, like, what's the deal with this thing? Oh, right, no. This is not a diff gun, it's just very small. Also, I forget what shells this fires. I think heat. It might be heat, actually. Oh dear. Which side is currently winning? Aha! Stonelight Presence is winning. But enough of the silliness. We have a bird. We have a bird to finish. It currently does not look like one. Did I build this backwards? No, I didn't. Right. Question. What kind of bird should this be? Because I do need to think of this ahead of time, just a smidge. Alright, also means I can extend this a bit. What kind of bird? What kind of bird? What kind of bird? Hold on. Somebody please Google mythological birds. Somebody please Google mythological birds, preferably silly ones. Because I'm highly tempted to just call this thing the partridge or something. Like, I don't know. I think there's at least one bird, like, I don't know. Barnacle geese were first named that because people literally thought that, like, they grew out of barnacles, which is hilariously stupid. So, we're gonna start with something like that. Ye gods, that's terrifying. That's a mythological. There's the rock. This thing is not going to be big enough or mean enough to justify calling it the rock. What, you think this thing... You think this thing is, Dwayne the Rock Johnson? No, this is going to be a goofy fella. This is going to be a goofy fella indeed. I am building a bird. I am building a bird. I am building a bird. Won't you build a bird with me? Building bird, building bird. Building bird, building bird. Won't you build a bird with me? Can it swing from a web? No, it can't. It's a bird. Look out! Here comes the spider bird. That's not bird enough. We require more bird. Require more bird. But how much bird is enough bird? How tight is the suborder clipping rule? By turret rotation is fine. Is something like a laser turret with 2 turrets. Yeah, no, the two-axis lasers are fine because there's, like, no way they can't clip through things. It's, yeah, because that's unavoidable, so... Double check the rules. I do think I clarified that at some point. I really hope so, at the very least. Alright, we have bird. Kind of. Sort of. Do we have enough bird? That is indeed bird. That is indeed bird. Good bird enough. The goofus bird flies backwards. As long as it's not intentional, I'd say it's probably fine. Maybe you'd limit the rotation. Yeah, basically, if the thing can't rotate in place, then you've probably got issues. Right. Oh, wait, I know. I know the trick. For feathers. No, I don't. No, I was a fool. I thought I knew the trick for feathers, but I do not. Bearing in mind, does the Stonelight Presence know the trick for feathers? I don't know. I suspect the Stonelight Presence is crazy. I don't know if this is the thing I should be doing. Or don't know if this is the thing I should be doing. How do you make bird? Chat, how do you make bird? Must confess, I've never made a bird before. I'm led to believe that making bird is easy, but I suspect the people who told me that were lying. I suspect they didn't actually know how to make bird. Right, that's definitely some kind of bird shape. You know what? Decorations fix everything, or so my mama told me. Offset slopes. By gum, I think you might be right. Or... nope, you might be right. Right, so this whole stream is now going to be me just trying to figure out how to make bird. Just for aesthetic reasons, feathery. What kind of offset slope, though? That's vaguely feathery. Did anyone look up stuff? Maybe have the engine feathers near the end get bigger if you look at real bird wings. Yeah, true. Hold on. Hold on. Yes. How's that look? Not good. Okay, yeah, no, that's kind of works. Right, maybe like so. Maybe like so, maybe like so. Hey, that looks vaguely birdish. Open an image of bird wings? Probably. But how to do that? Alright, so I literally have bird wing. Hold on. Goose wing. Alright, we have found bird. Okay then. The whole thing has got to be more smooth, so I gotta get rid of this. Gotta get rid of that. Gotta get rid of this too. This is very fast turning into one of those things. You know the ones. Bird wings, burp, burp, burp. If you don't like what I'm doing now, chat, I have bad news for you. This is the bird image I found. This is the bird. The bird, I say. The bird. Zerbero. I just realized, my decrepit buttocks. They need cushion. Oh yeah, good news. Today I will be going out with my girlfriend into her big strong car to find a new chair. Maybe it will be as squeaky as the last one. Maybe it won't. Time shall tell. That is vaguely bird-like. Now, I want to... wedge. Not what I wanted to do, not what I wanted to do. You know, before I should decorate this, I should probably... I should probably see if this thing works at all. Alright, so it looked like that. It looks like that. And right, we need yellow bits. I'm going to make the neck yellow. I have almost rice. Nice! Squeak, squeak! Anyways, gotta go now. It's late. See you all. Alright, see you, T-lad. Damn, and here I was hoping you could tell me what a car is, given your name. I don't know what a car is. What is car? Oh yeah, driver saying like, I don't know what car is. Well then. The rest, there's no hope for the rest of us, apparently. Okay, then. Okay, then. We're literally just going to do this. SP Easy Bird. We're going to name this. We're going to name this. Are you controlling? Yes, you are. Jet controller. This is going to be right engine. Right jet. Left jet. And I have a pre-made thing here. Full 3D vectoring grid. What is this? What? Okay. That will be jet, and that will be small jet controller, and that will be your angle, and this will be left jet. And this will be small jet controller, and it will be controlling the pitch angle. And this will be right jet. Did I remember to name one of the jets? That will be pitch angle. Did I remember? Left jet, yes I did. Right, I am going to sneak in here. Stuff. So. Ah. Okay, that's not working. Why not? Oh. That would explain everything. I don't know why I put general purpose processing on this. It doesn't really need it. Hey, who needs food anyway? I need food. Big man need food badly. Okay, pitching up, pitching down, rolling, rolling. Good, 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 good. And we're gonna make this thing do U-turns. Okay then. Or let's try attack run 3.0. And try 1,000 meters, pitch to target. Let's not do that. Let's just do, let's stick with the default and see what happens. Altitude relative to sea level, re-engage distance. Yep, and maneuver is plane 2.0. Fly, da-da-da. Pitch towards target altitude, yes please and thank you. 160, 140, 450. Oh, look at this goofy fella, being all goofy. Just gonna turn this off. Whoops. Extra configuration. Apply to all. Right, we have a goofy friend. We have a goofy friend bobbing up and down. Maybe I should call this the Thoth and make it look like an ibis. I know how to do that, actually. It's the ibis. They're ruining your lunch. Aha! The bomb is armed. Do not worry, that's not the bomb, it's the dishwasher. I have one, I'm fancy. Alright, and forward backward scanning ×2. And hide original mesh. Yes, please and thank you. Yeah, ibis. There you go. It has a funny mouth. Its mouth just got way more funny. Me likey. Alright, let's do... Let's do this, and... Yay! My wife calls me her dishwasher. Damn. Damn! Also, today's not a midstream coffee day, today's a Barocca day, because I've already had 2 cups of coffee. Alright. What is a... let's throw this against the bonsai and see what happens. Alright, bonsai... Is this painted? Right. This thing does turn on a dime, actually. Right, we need a longer reload. Rain gauge time, let's match the... See, I never usually use the attack runs, because frankly they are bad. Alright, let's set the... to 26. This thing just EMP'd itself. We should probably do the drop like bomb thing. Hold on a second. Yes, drop like a bomb. Drop like bomb, please. Drop like bomb, please drop like bomb. Otherwise, we're gonna have a bad day. Angry silly goose. I think Ella tapped into something. What the? Okay, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Hi, back. I'm Ellie. What you missed was we managed to make bird. We have a silly thing, which I'm going to be calling probably the Thoth, or some kind of ibis-shaped thing, because it's very silly, and it bounces up and down, and it's, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, we're just combat testing it and making sure that it does what I want it to do. In a way that kind of makes sense. We're just testing it against the bonsai. Where's the bonsai? On the spreadsheet. The bonsai is an easy PT boat, so that makes sense. It is covered in cheap plastic cladding. We never get over the piss stream. I EMP myself all the time. Yep. Called the Thoth using the Greek spelling. Whee! Sizzle, sizzle.
Engaging now.
Ah! Right, so that's not set up correctly at all. Oh! Oh! Okay, hold on a second. Alright, say that 28 meters, and I'm going to do the incredibly thing of setting firing restrictions on this. Let's say 90 and 90, because these missiles are not agile enough. How to build an easy plane. Build a plane the way you think a plane should be made. And we're going to keep testing against the Bouncey just for giggles. Alright. That probably doesn't help. Also need to set range limits. Hold on a minute. Hold on. How far can the missile go? Alright, so how far it go? It's going quite far, actually. I'd say... 3,000 meters is the max range of this. Max range. He's a cool dude. Theta Omega Theta. Reading that would be lovely. Lovely. Personal region should be called Bob. I think Thoth is the Greek spelling. Oh, wait, no. You mean Greek letters. Bob the Goose. We're making Bobby the Goose. Who is Bobby? Who is Bobby and what does he do? Didn't mean to do that. How does... There we go. Now the way this thing flies is a mystery. A mystery. A mist tree. If you can believe it. Also, we're gonna make it bob up and down just a smidge more. Because although this thing is easy, it doesn't have to be easy, if you know what I mean. And there the Bouncey. Whee! It bobs up and down. It bobs up and down. You need to turn around at some point. There you go. And then... you are going to turn around at some point. And you're going to... This is always the pain in the ass, making sure that the attack run actually syncs up with the bloody missiles, which it never does. Okay, that's annoying. Gonna give you an extra 30 seconds. And now it's completely out of sync. It would actually be kind of fun to see how well this does against anything which has, like... anything... Alright, we need to fix the tail feathers, first of all. They're not good enough. We can do better. We can rebuild him. How to make good tail feathers? How do you make good tail feathers? How do you make good tail feathers? You make them like this. Someday you will be wife-filled too. Sadly, I'm husband-pilled right now. You're the piss in the sink or sink in the piss. Which one is up to you? I refuse. I piss in the swamp. Essentially a cone pointing sharp side forward with the back rounded and feathery. I'm gonna try being more angular. First of all, you make perfect sense, but also I'm stupid and I don't listen to good advice. So if I do, oops, if I do this, I do you're like this, like so, and I also do, oh boy, okay then, so we go here, and we also go, whoopsie daisy, so about here. Where the hell did I put the tether for this? I put it right here. Oh, balls. That wasn't my best move. Let's pretend we didn't do that. Ah! All the buttons are bad! All the buttons are bad. So it has to be on this. Not up, down, you damn fool! Okay, you need to stop bobbing up and down, Mr. IBC person. Not you! Not you! Not you! Not you! The other one! Right, what was the yaw on this? The yaw was 162.1. Will this be the correct? Yes, it will. Ahaha! Ah! Mwahaha! Apply with mirror. Tail feathers are happening, kind of. Bird shaping is beyond my comprehension. It's beyond mine too. Row of wedges pointing back to make it look feathery. Yeah, that is the thing, ain't it? Alright, so let's try that, because I've just decided I don't like what I'm doing. Delete, and apply with mirror, thank you. You know what I'm also gonna do? Is I'm gonna be cunning, and I'm gonna do this. Like so. Backwards, like so. Let's do this. Wrong. From scaling like that. And then if we do something like, okay, I'm engaging my brain, and it's hard for me to do that. Where's the tether? I shouldn't have done that. I will do this instead. Left, right, scan. This is turning into Deco Stream. How complicated do I need to make this again? Hold on, what if I make this really wide? And what if I make this really wide? What if I did that? And what if I put that over here? Damn it. Delete. Delete, I say. And delete all. Paste all. What if I made this forward, backward scaling? No, too much. Too much! And then this, I will go over here. Praise be to Hawkins for that frickin' decoration tutorial he did, which taught me about the arrows. So now, if I do this... 1, 2, 3... Let's put this prefab right on the hammer box. Why not? Hooray! I think that looks... well, it looks simple. An accurate... I do not want to... Borderwise's version of the tile incident. I mean, no! Like, nothing comes close to the tile incident, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Every single feather of the peel should be decorated to have all its little feathers. Photorealistic bird, please. If I wanted to do that, I would literally just... like, you see this bird image? Where is this bird image? Thank you for following Ecclepups. Much appreciated. Follow to be sure to never miss a stream where I show off bird. I would literally, and I have done this before, literally just strap this, like an image like this, into a hologram projector, and then I would, like, duct tape it onto the thing. I've done that. I think I can show you that. Hold on a second. So, I would quite happily do that for a Stone Light thing. You sink into the... oh, you're not sinking into the ocean. Let me show you. Let me show you the thing I did that one time. Where is it? I think it's in Funcraft. Winged canoe, I think. Yep, here it is. Yeah, so you can do this with hologram projectors, and frankly, it actually is pretty dope. So if I really wanted photorealistic bird, this is what I would do. It won't work offline, yeah. That is the problem with them. Which is why I must resist the temptation to do that. Also, I don't think this thing is armed. It is not, in fact, armed. I do like this. I forgot about this thing, actually. It looks so cool. It looks so cool. I love it. Anyway, we got to, we got other bird to do. We got this silly bird. This very silly, silly little friend. We just got to do... what do we gotta do? Combat-wise, it's basically done. We just gotta... let's test this against a different plant. Let's test this against a tiny Stone Light Presence thing. Let's test this against... this thing is how much? On 20k. Let's just test it against the Atlas Sun and see what happens. That thing with the particle cannon. No, it has a laser. Even better. Ah, yeah, that thing that's not functional. Yeah, the Atlas Sun, there's a lot of craft that need redoing. Right, I need to do better. Right, I also have an eyeball that I need to do. And I've really done it for myself. Where's that decoration? 1 meter slope eye. Right, I need to... What the hell? Aha! Not actually what I wanted to do. Right, eyeball. Your tether needs to go back, and you need to stop moving, or else I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick and tired. Tired and sick. And backwards. And tether is also backwards, and this needs to do not hide original mesh. And somehow I need to do this in a way... No, I know how to do this. I know how to do this. I'm a smart cookie, I swear. Alright, you go over here. Alright, so emissive only. We need emissions. For once. Not usually. We're gonna have a nice yellowy eyeball right there. We're going to do a shrink. To move you over there. It's all gonna be very shrinky. Ah! Right, so scale is gonna be like so. Move up a bit, and same with you, please. UI is great. The UI from the depths is great. It is so good. It is my favorite. It is my favorite thing. Yay. Cool. So I have to go. Okay, see you. See you, no life cheese. Have a good one. That bird costs how much? Deco all the feathers. Having so much visual search without a collision is really not my favorite. Wait, what? It does look nice. Yeah, true. This bird costs 23... just shy of 24,000 materials. It is mostly missiles, let's be honest here. Okay, then, so if I do this... and if I flip this like so... if I do this... and it's up down positioning 0.9. Just gonna do that, and just gonna do that, and perfect. We have the Ibis. There we go. Ibis. It'd be looking more and more birdie, slowly moving towards canoe. No! I heard you say 120k. Yeah, no. I think even if I strapped huge missiles onto this, it wouldn't be 120k. Which reminds me, we need to decorate those missiles. How do we decorate those missiles? We could call this the Thoth and have it drop scrolls. Wouldn't that be a good idea? Hold on a second. Okay, where do we have room for scrolly goodness? Here is where we have room for scrolly goodness. We simply must have room for scrolly goodness. Actually, I'm going to figure this out up here. So, we're going to have our missile decoration thingy over here. Munition decorator, like so. And we're going to have a golden tube. A golden tube. Like so. And hold on, so the model length is, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the model length is 8. Whoops. Stop moving this instant. Model length is 8. Model diameter is 0.5. And hey, come on, so cool watching you stream. The game sometimes feels dead. This is from the depths. I think it's still It's a very niche game, so yeah, it's like, it's quiet compared to a lot of video game scenes, I think. Gonna drop knowledge bombs on the enemy then? Yep, is the material limit for the gauge is still there? I think I removed that. For the Glakava Dominion tanks, you mean? Yeah, it is small game. Teeny tiny. What was I doing? Okay, what was I doing? What was I doing? So, let's put you back over there. And you go over here. And you scale forward by 8. And you go like so. And you are going to be a little bit more narrow. You are going to lose... What do scrolls look like? I just realized. I don't know. Should we make them orange? Should we make them like that? And hold on. You know what would be a good idea is if we go here. And we go like that. And we go like that. And we go like that, and that way we can actually see what we're doing. Like so. FTD niche, but that makes each accomplishment more special. Finishing a CC is hard. Yes! Yes, it's very difficult. What does a scroll look like? Scroll. Aha! Now I'm remembering the scroll thing. It's got wooden bits sticking out the front and back. Or at least it can if you want to. Now, what kind of wooden thing should we have? There are wooden blocks in here. Certain wooden blocks. I think I can just have mast tops like this. That are going to be orange. I don't like this. Maybe not scrolls. Maybe... fish? I think it would be kind of funny for this thing to throw fish at people. Goldfish in particular. Alright, so you go away. And we're going to have a wedge. We're going to have a wedge like this. And we're going to have, what are we going to have? We're going to have, nope, wrong, incorrect. That does require me putting eyeballs on this, which I'm not a fan of. Maybe I'll just make them look like missiles. Or, nah. No. We simply must. We simply must. Whoops. Nope. Wrong. Control X. Add new decoration. Sphere, mimic sphere, alloy, and we're gonna go meow, and forward back. It's gonna be like meow, meow. How's that looking? A bit much. A bit too much bulbous. A bit too much bulbous thing, a bit too much bulbous thing. I'm committing to the fish. I'm committing to the fish. Why am I committing to the fish? Why am I committing to the fish? This thing is not launching wisdom at you, it's launching breakfast. Its own breakfast. Can you think of anything more horrifying? Didn't die in development, which is good. Ah! Make narrower, add fins. Gotta add the bottom and top fins. Hold your horses, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Grr. Freaking the young people these days, they have no patience. They're like doctors out of a job. They got no patience. How does this work again? Was it? Nope, that was wrong. Too wide. Too wide, too wide. And we do need a top fin. And I know how to make a top fin. You make it like so. You'd think I would remember how to frickin'... Yep. Now we need googly eyes on this. It's not good enough unless it has googly eyes. And left, right, forward. Groovy, baby. Okay. Add new decoration. Really, some of the most decoraty decorations. That fish has concerns. Alright, 6. 6. Yep. Fish missile. Right, I'm going to... Which fins? I'm gonna decorate some of the fins, different colors. Nope. And... Yep. Oh. Whoops. They're upside down. Do they adjust when they're fired? I like how this thing literally fires goldfish. What the hell? Okay then. Right now, we need to prefab this and delete all that and stuff this somewhere it will fit, which is right here. Maybe not there, maybe over here. And there we go. Right there, we done did it. Working on Platona has been very fun. It has. It's been very stressful for me sometimes, but overall good. Bands of the North exists. Survival horror resource management. Yeah, well, I will be doing a playthrough of Platono. Absolutely when it's finished. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Right, the thing fires fish. It's firing fish at us! Alright, so let's now combat test this against a... Let's throw it against the Glacave thing. There's like... I don't know, meteorite gamma. What's this thing's deal? Maybe I should take the EMP off this. Okay, I love this doofy little fella. How are we feeling about this doofy little fella, folks? Definitely needs more deco. I want to keep working on this, actually. But yeah, that is an easy plane. This is a little goober. I love this little goober. It's a little goober! Got a lot of stuff I need to take care of. Stream my skill issues and FTD on the Barons of the North Surf if there are any people interested in that. We're done! We did good! Alright, so I'm just going to... This thing's not quite finished yet. I want to decorate this thing a lot more. But it's, I am going to reserve this for myself because I literally have just built a thing for it. So, where is it? Where is it? Right, and... Reserved. Full border-wise. Jolly good. Okay, we've done good this week, people. Done oh so good. Look at this little goobery fella. Maybe some cyber lines with the wings will go. Oh, yeah. Let's get a screenshot of our goober. Look at this goober! Goober! Goobery goober. Goober bird. Nice. Alright, who's streaming right now? Oh, lots of people are streaming, actually. Neko Boy. Well, Neko Boy was kind enough to swing by, so let's return the favor. Let's raid him. Alright then. Let's also, if you're watching later on YouTube, do remember to subscribe. VOD channel needs all the support it can get. Support your local robot bird goober in these trying times, and your local border wisers. And yeah, what else? I can't think of anything. I'm already thinking ahead to what I'm going to be doing later, so that's not good for multitasking. Let's just raid Neko Boy. Neko Boy Blue. Neko Boy Blue. And we will carry on. Alright, have a great one, everyone. I need to actually... We're going to be starting a Bannerlord playthrough on our non-FTD stream slot, so stick around for that. I will be naming various... I believe you can name various things after, like... You can give custom names to things and that? I don't know. I need to explore that. I need to actually see if I enjoy it enough to do it on stream. Please change the name of me of the rest of it to Walter Rorick. Okay, yeah, I will do that very quickly. Ah! Help! No, chat is moving and I cannot copy the thing. Alright, so... Marcel. Where the hell is Marcel? I will change the Marcel to something else. There you go. Walter Rorick. There you go. Okay, I did that. Excellent. Bye! To prevent confusion. Jolly good. Alright, we're raiding Echo Boy Blue. Let's go! Allow the goober bird to fly you to Neko Boy. New Surreal and Surreal the Depthian are close enough, I think. Oh, yeah. Okay, see you everyone. Have a great one. Farewell.